by Kate Fletcher. Today I'm going to be showing you how I have been altering these little wallets to send out happy mail and racks to crafty friends. Now these were sent to me by Trisha and I've had them for a while and I've really enjoyed using them. I don't know whether she made them or whether she bought them, but they are really good and a really good idea. They come with a little envelope like that, and then all you have to do is unwind the like elasticy / ribbon bit here, and it opens up into like the gatefold. And then some of them have been plain inside. This one's got a nice dotty pattern. So I'm going to show you how I've altered these up. I'm going to use Nativity for this one. The last few I've done have been autumnal, and I thought I would do a Christmas one and send some Christmas ephemera and stuff to a crafty friend. I am actually going to end up using probably some of these offcuts, so I'm going to keep these to one side. I just need to choose a paper really quickly. Really quickly. It's quite hard to choose on these paper pads which one to use, but I'm kind of thinking maybe that one because the thing is yellow. Okay, decision made. We're going with this one. So I'm going to put the envelope aside for 1 second. So this is going to be on the front of my wallet, so I need to cut this down. So I think what I'm going to do, bring my trimmer in and measure this up a bit because I haven't done one for a couple of weeks. So it measures 5 inches in total by, oh, it's probably going to be 5 again, isn't it? Yep, so these are about 2.5 inches wide each. Right, okay, so if I can get that out without breaking it, that would be fantastic. So I'm going to cut this one down, and I'm going to be careful because I'm using the directional paper. I don't want a huge border, I don't think, so I'm just going to go in a little way. Let's try that one. See how that's going to sit. Yeah, that's nice. And then, right, so that's 5. Just come in a tad again. I'll try that. I'm not going to put loads of mats and layers on this either. I think that looks quite nice. There's a nice little border. So now I need to do this one the same. So I think what I'm going to just try and do is line it up in the trimmer and then cut it. Okay. And as I say, I always keep my offcuts because I find I do use them. And then when this is actually completely done, it can be posted, depending obviously what you put in it, just using a small second class stamp, which is very handy. Okay, so they're going to go on there like that, and I'm quite excited. I get to use my new punch. So I've only recently bought this, and in the video when I was showing it, I did say that I'd not had one before, but actually I'd been making stuff and found I needed one, and this would be one of the things I was talking about in that video. So I need to mark on these papers somewhere that where I need to cut. So let's get them roughly in the position I want, and then I'm going to grab a pencil, and now all I need to do is find the spot and just kind of mark where it is. So it's there, and make sure I haven't moved it too much. It's under there. So yeah, I've used pencil because then if I decide to keep the offcut, I can just rub the pencil out, just line that up and punch. That's going to go there, and I'm going to do the same with this one. See, before I had this punch, I would have had to get my Big Shot out, find the right size kind of die, and it was a faff, whereas now it's nice and quick and simple. It's a bit big, but do you know what, even when I used a die it was always a little bit big, so it doesn't overly worry me. Then I just have to make sure when I stick it down I thread the string closure through. So I'm just going to glue that down and then I will come back to you. Right, so that is all now glued in place, and this is free to wind around the front. So I'm going to decorate it before I go any further, and I'm going to be using various different elements to decorate it, I think. So I tend to use stickers, ephemera, quite like that with love actually, so I think we might use one of those. Try not to use anything too bulky to make sure it will still post out nicely. I think that with love will be okay though. There we go. So I've just pulled a few things that hopefully aren't too chunky. So I've got some ephemera there, I've got some wooden shapes, and I'm just gonna decorate the front up. Right, I'm happy with that. I think that's really cute. I might have done it a bit too chunky. It might not now go through the letterbox thing, but I can check because I have one. So now inside, I need to do something to obviously be able to put goodies on. You have got these bits here. In one I've just sent out, I had some post-its that say slay the day, and they've got like spaces for writing on, and I put a load of those just there. So you can do that, but I'm going to be working on this bit here, and that is kind of where my offcuts come in as well. Because what I'm going to do is, when I found the one I want, but I might use the stars because that's really pretty. Okay, let's use the stars, and I'm also going to grab these that I have pre-cut because I was using them for something else and they're just handily there. So I'm actually changing what I had planned to do as I go along, but isn't that always the way when you start a craft project? Kind of starts off as one thing and can turn into something completely different. Okay, so I need to cut this down. Now I know this is 5 by 5, so I'm going to cut these probably 2.5, maybe. We'll try 2.5. So that is 2.5 that way. So let's go and just try and cut this in half. I think I'm just going to eyeball it and lop it in half, because these are going to be my pockets basically. Okay, so that's going to be a pocket and that's going to be a pocket. I'm only going to do 2 pockets, but yeah, those are my pockets. And now I need to trim these down just a tad. So it's 5 inches wide, so let's just come in a tiny little bit and trim that off. Okay, so these are going to be my pockets, like so. Now that one's looking a little bit wonky, but do you know what? That will be fine, because I'm going to layer these over the top of them anyway. Now I am going to use wet glue on 3 sides, so I'm just going to put some on the short sides and 1 long side. Again, if you were using like really directional paper, you'd want to make sure that you put your long side glue at the bottom, so you had your pattern going the right way before you did any gluing. I'm just going to leave a border at the bottom as well, because I'm going to want possibly one of those there. So I'm also going to leave a nice gap between these two, because I'm going to want to put stuff in this pocket. So let's glue this last one on. I think one of the ones of these I did 3 pockets and it sort of worked. I think it works better with 2, so it just makes a nice little rack. But you can put loads of different things in these, as I've discovered. I've managed to get stickers in them, washi tape in them, post-it notes in them. It's entirely up to you what you put in, but this makes such a nice little happy mail. Now I'm going to use some washi tape, and I try and match my washi tape to the occasion I'm making this for, but it's not always possible. But I do have Christmas washi. This has been on my stash since I started crafting, and it's one of those things, I saw it in the shop when I went buying the first load of stuff, and I thought, oh, that looks like something I'll need. And then I very rarely use washi tape on projects. Use it more for holding dies in place when I'm die cutting, or, you know, I think when I first started, actually, I think I used it as borders around cards. And I tell you, if you'd have seen the first cards I made, I mean, they were probably truly awful. But people were very kind and got enthusiastic and told me they were great, when actually they probably weren't. So I kept going. And I think I've improved as time has gone on, luckily. But yeah, sometimes everyone just needs a little bit of encouragement, don't they? But I think I am going to use that as a border as well. Or am I? Kind of feel like I need to, because that was wonky, but now I've put the washi tape there, I'm not liking the border. I don't want to put too much inside. I kind of don't want to cover up that washi, because I think it's quite cute. I think I'm going to leave it as it is. So I'm going to leave that as it is. These, once they're dry, will be the pockets that I can tuck things in. I could put post-it notes or something over here, and then it all ties up on the front, like so, and you can write a message on the back. But I think it's really, really cute. It makes a really nice little happy mail, and it's just a nice way just to send a crafty pal a few little bits and pieces for their stash. So I hope you've enjoyed watching that. I hope it kind of made sense as we went along. I hope you give it a go if you've got something similar. It would be very easy to do something very similar and just make like a gatefold and not have the closure, or to make a different type of closure even. But yeah, I'm fairly happy with that. It's very, very simple. Took no time at all to do, and wouldn't that just be lovely to open? So thanks so much for watching today. I hope you are all well and crafting, and I'll be back soon with more videos. Take care, see you soon.